feeling confused, didn't know if it was love in my heart. Called you my bubbly bear, you have such great hugs of love. Didn't make much sense, but I think I got it right. Oh, what a feeling I've got inside. Oh, 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 what a feeling I've got inside. Love and life in Angeles City, love and life in the Philippine life. Day after day, something growing in your mind. We met on the moon, you were dancing in the dark from the start. Could it be the feeling of love? Could it be the feeling of love? Could it be the feeling of love? Could it be the feeling of love?
Hey guys, welcome. Good morning and good evening from the Philippines. I've got pets everywhere. What are you doing up here, Mary? It's time to get Mary a haircut. Thought I would start early because looks like George ain't here. By the way, George is at the barber shop. He got head lice from being on the jeepney. So, and now I'm gonna have to cut the dog later. It is time for her haircut. Did Dad get head lice from you? Yeah? Who gave Dad head lice? Huh? Hey. Hey. Look who needs a haircut. Actually, she's already had one. She had a partial haircut. Pets everywhere. Mary, you cannot stay up here, sweetie. The problem with Mary staying up here is she can't get down during the lives. All right, guys. So George should be in soon. He went to go take care of the head lice situation and to get Jollibee. I don't think it was a good idea to send him out to do both this morning. So, all right, guys. We said we were going to cover the Social Security thing. Are we American broke? The answer is hell yeah. I was just talking to our son this morning, and the struggle is real in the U.S. And I've also been watching Calvin, Sunshine Shoulders, and man, he's really going over some stuff, and everything he says just about hits home. He was discussing how the Walmart's closed and how America is just falling apart. And we already knew that from family members talking to us. And so today we will just overall discuss money matters, all things money. I'm dealing anywhere from income here. Is it better to live here? The increase in cost, why actually the cost of living in the Philippines can feel surprisingly higher and different. Like a lot of people, they learn so much off of Facebook and through other YouTube channels and other social media. And the deal is a lot of that stuff falls really short when they get here. Everybody's experience will be different. That was like for me. And me and George was having a talk a couple days ago, and it hit home. Now, when George went to the United States, he lived there for 27 years, 28 years. And he went from being a middle to upper class family. They had their own big house, tons of family around, went to college, already graduated. He already was engaged, had a baby. We've discussed all this. Just for those that didn't know. But he was in a semi-comfortable life when he went to America, but there was still some level of upgrade for him. There's struggles being a foreigner with him being an Asian male. Back in the late 90s, I believe it was closer to 2000. I think he said it was like 99, 1988, 1998, 99. I'll have to find out for sure. But so he had his own struggles. I get it. But like when I came here, it was harsh. It was harsh. I've been to the Middle East. I've been to Canada, Europe. It was just hard for me because the election truck is outside. Can you guys hear that? Hey, what's going on? Sorry, guys. I don't know if you can hear that. It's extremely loud. Sounds like a disco outside. The election trucks are going all around. But the struggle for me was like the weather, losing. We had four cars. Like he had a motorcycle. We had four different cars available to us. I had my SUV. So I had the ability to up and go when I wanted with no issues. I had multiple doctors, specialists that were going on, had family. So I went straight to having no family, no car, the heat, the culture difference, the just a lot of things out of stock all the time. And it was the middle of the lockdown of the pandemic. So I wasn't even allowed to go out most of the time, because there was always something locked down here. And we was stayed locked down the longest. So in saying that, I still feel it was a better move. Right now, I would say on average, we're paying about, I don't know, a quarter of what we were to live in the US. If we actually went back, I think we would easily be spending possibly 6,000 versus 2,000, and we could always use more income. But if we went back without either of us getting a job and we were just doing YouTube still and George was doing the job that he did, I don't think we can live on a couple thousand a month. Okay. And it's when I say a couple, George says that means two, several, then I have to say several. I still think we would struggle. Then we'd have to get a car and everything else. So yeah, I'm American broke. It's just where it is. And life is much better being here. We can order like food when we want. I can like pet supplies, and taking care of animals was expensive there. It's a fraction of the cost here. Um, it's really cheap to get a cab or a grab, or you can get in a trike. I'm not going to get on a jeepney. That's where George got head lice this week. So along with other things. So, you know, we're going to just discuss this with you guys as a group. No wrong or right answers. You can ask questions about working here and different things. We'll get into Social Security. I'm going to get into um, the low wages versus the poor infrastructure, because that is a big deal. Because I got a breakdown here of what I was reading, a news article. Import cost and inflation. Many of the goods, electronics, fuel are imported. It leads to higher prices, like even some of the rice and a fraction of their vegetables and things that come in are going to cause the price to be higher. Here in the Philippines, it is the highest cost of electricity. We pay more in electricity than we do rent. Now, is that always going to be for everybody? No. We run the AC. We've got all this equipment for the live streams. We keep fans. We just got a second air filter to clean the house, which I highly recommend. And so it's really high on the electricity. And for commonly, the real estate's going high. I beg to differ. Some say it's not. Compared to the US, it's cheap. But here in Asia, their land and building is high. And as you see with Paul Old Dog New Tricks, he really struggled to get that house built. And I forget, somebody else is building a house. I think Mike, oh, geez, that's really bad. Mike's retirement. And so Philippine retirement, he's building, looks like. And of course, you have the weak infrastructure that causes issues. Now, the biggest thing, and we try not to talk too much about it, is taxes and corruption. Heavy taxation on goods and businesses, along with the corruption and the increased cost in the ways they do business, which is then passed on to consumers. Unfortunately, with nepotism and people being hired within their family, not hiring past a certain age, easy to get permits, not easy to get permits, one side of the family picked on, next side of the family not, internal fighting, these costs go up. I mean, I can't believe sometimes where you'll see one price at one booth and then you go to the next booth, it's a different price, or you go to get goods and services, or people go to get their cars repaired and it's something astronomical. And if you just go get the part yourself, it would save it. Like in Mexico, it brought it down 80%. So You have to be careful. And that's why sometimes it feels like things are really outrageous because at the end of the day, you're not going to get a job. I'm telling you, it's very hard. And after the age of 40, most of our people are, you can forget about a job. So unless you go online and you got mad skills that are modern, okay, like for those that haven't been in the work field for a couple years, because there's all these new jobs up and coming, the online jobs are even getting scarce. You'll hear people have them, but these guys have got several degrees. They've got plenty of they've got plenty of professional classes that they've taken to do these things. So the whole point is it's hard to get the online jobs. It's not what people are portraying out there. Try to get one. Go ahead and get one. Someone was saying the other day, "Oh, you can get an Amazon job." Not us. They were talking to somebody else. I was like, Amazon rarely hires any more than online people. They've already got the people and they've cut back. And it's true. They rarely hire. And a lot of those people have been in the company, for years before they get those jobs. But it's just not as easy to make the money here. So when you get here, you guys have to bring multiple levels of money. A lot of guys are getting the military retirement pensions. They're getting their disability from the military. There's a big group of the guys here that are getting the disability. And then you have where they're getting the Social Security, which will bring us into another subject. They have savings. Do not come here on savings. We've seen so many of these guys come, fail, and crash. Okay. So you don't want to do that. Then I'll get to Social Security here in a little bit. Expensive for expat effects. While some local goods and services are affordable, often they seek higher quality housing, healthcare, imported products, which then comes at a premium. So for expats, these Filipinos are going to set that price, which in effect, like George says, he goes, they're setting these prices for expats in this city. So in certain cities, things are going to be higher. You just have to find the area that you want to be in. 1 second here. I've got kittens everywhere. I've got, you can see that I've got, say there's Tweety. There's the one that's blind in the one eye. Say hi, Tweet Tweet. We call her Rabbit because she's soft like a rabbit. Yeah, she's special. Oh, did I mention we got another cat? I don't even know where she is. She's somewhere. There she is. Let's see if I can get her to come. Let me scoot the desk back here. Here. Come here. Mary, not you, honey. Come here. Come here. Probably not going to be able to get her to come. We were heading out 2 days ago, and there is a kitten that's also been up underneath the car. She was burned under her chin, and she's got her tail. We thought it was bobbed. It's not bobbed. Her tail is so deformed, it folds up and then it goes back. So when she wags her tail, it goes in two different directions. It's kind of creepy. But she's probably about 4 months old. It's a female. And she's not sick. She seems to have some sort of delay. Something's really like it was easy to catch her. And so, yes, we have another one. So she is cute. But that's what we are dealing with. And then tourism is causing the cost to go up. So there's a lot going on. So we'll just in general. Yeah, Keith Woodson. I don't remember you being in the lives, but I can't remember everybody. He says it depends on the amount of your savings. Yes and no. Everybody should bring savings. Now, you're going to get several channels. I can think of two. Sunshine Shoulders, I think, talks about not having a lot of savings. It's up to you guys. We even at one point said, hey, if you're going to come. You shouldn't listen to anybody. You should do your own due diligence. Do it your way and don't follow all the channels. And some will like build their entire life based on one channel. And they don't, we always say, look at multiple channels, check them out, come visit several times if you can. I wish I would have. George was working so much, it was hard to get more. We knew we were going to come to the Philippines sooner than later. But yes, it does depend on your savings. But I'm sorry, we came with a bunch of money and we have little to no money in the bank now. We've been here now over 4 years, and I'm telling you, we've been hit just like life in the United States. We've been through the money. My medical issues, George has medical issues, family issues. When we first got here that first year, there were so many storms. And then the ones that happened in Florida, we helped some people. We were practically out of savings. Geez, I don't know, probably 2 years ago. But we're not going to sell everything and go back to the States and get a job. I mean, it's like hell on fire over there right now. There's just no way. There's just absolutely no way. I'm telling you that even down to, I mean, I already know my medical's that serious, but I'm not going to go back and get medical treatment. I will not deal with what's going on over there. I honestly think they're looking at civil war, but that's all I could about say on that matter. So unfortunately, savings will make a difference, but you need a residual income. I know there are a lot of expats that are investing in crypto coin and all these investments, and that might be a better ideal for some, but I wouldn't solely even rely on that. That's scary too. I mean, with the way the stock market, with the way the cryptocurrency market, it's just that's still a risk too. I'd make sure that you have at least a crap load of savings to go along with that. So, let me go in here. Let's see if I can get her. I know I hear. Here, honey. Here. Come here. She was playing with the. Oh, she was playing with the black cock again. Here, Mary, please go. Here, honey. There she is. Oh, I know you like to fight. She likes to fight. There. She is. Ow! Don't bite me. She always bites me. There's her tail, guys. See it? That literally bends down and then goes back up that way. Poor baby. Her tail's totally deformed. I want to say hi. We call her Honey, why do you bite me? What? Why do you do that? Yeah, I hear you. But hey, she's not angry. She just likes to, honey, I know. There is something wrong with her for sure. She's I guess Trump brought back being able to say mentally retarded. Are you? Yeah, see, she's super sweet but sometimes it's like she gets stuck on stupid. I do all the time. So we all fit in here. Oh, that's very nice. Yeah. And she does what the other one does. She just stares into space for no reason. And so she's got some issues. Oh, be nice, mommy. Mommy, we can't fix you anytime soon. Mom's in heat. And so not only does she call for the kittens, but oh, be nice. Hey, what? You want to come up here and say hi again? Well, don't be mad because your dad's out getting his head lice taken care of today. Now, yes, I know. Where's Dad? I wonder if they're going to put kerosene on him. Yeah? What? Yeah? Yeah? Want to say hi? Make your appearance, honey? Huh? What do you say? Oh, I don't. Her deal is she likes to. Mary, don't mess with them. So if I offended anybody, bite me. So, hey, MB, what is going on? What is going on? Tony, what's up? I got a cold. Well, George ever gets back with my Jollibee when he gets his head lice done. It's hard to cut back on sugar, but I opened them up from Ted's Billy Buying Box. Hey, what's going on, Pablo? What is going on? Hola. ¿Cómo está usted? Usted. Hey, Harry. Good morning. Hi, good morning, Jen. How are you? Hi, Tita. Hi, Tita Marie. Slick Rick, what's in the house? Yeah, she's a lot of work. The pets usually are, but honestly, I should have just skipped over children and husband and just went straight to pets. For whoever's a pet lover would know that. I mean, I don't know. It's the older I get, the more I hate humans, and I start to like animals, and it's hard here in the Philippines. I would say the top 3 things that bother me in the Philippines is the amount of homeless, sick animals, and the amount of like in Mexico. Filipinos are the nicest people when it comes to pets and rescues, but I've also seen people just blatantly disregard them, and if they're half sick on the street, I know they can't save them all either. But but you see a lot of people feed them too, and they give them water and everything. So, hey, what is going on, Rob Morrison? Hello from San Nicolas, Pangasinan, Class A municipality due to the San Roque Dam. And also, Ramadan Mubarak, for all those that know that it is the Islamic holiday. It's their big Eid and everything. So, a big shout out to our Islamic brothers and sisters for sure. And yeah. Actually, it's been going on yesterday. I think if it's yesterday and today. Hey, what is going on, Scotland? It's snack time, I guess, for our friend here, friend. Oh, that's my cards. What is going on, Luckaspod? So yeah, and let us know if anybody's had any experience recently with the Social Security in the U.S. We've heard from some people, and then here we just put a thing out recently where it changed some here at the office. Let's see. Let me see if I can find it. So just make your comments here. And guys, quick moment. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe. It does help the channel quite a bit. When you guys make comments here or you give other people a hard time within reason in the comments, it also helps the channel. So we're not getting super filthy rich off of it, guys, but it helps the algorithm and helps push our other videos, which may help other people and then keep me from choking George like that chicken. So speaking of which, hey, stop. No, stop. Hey, mommy kitty. She doesn't understand the new kitten. Leave her alone. Come here. She's mean as a snake, but she is protecting the kittens all the time. The mommy. Hi, mommy. You want to say hi to everybody? No, they're all here this morning. Usually they're all sleeping. Here, they're right here. There's mommy cat looking really good. Say hi, mommy. Looking mean all the time. She looks like the other cat, Gucci. But look at her. Look how nice she's looking. She's getting healthy. Like when we got her and brought her in, we were feeding them twice a day. And she was living out there and sleeping with the dog, small kitten under the car, and started coming into the yard. She was like all backbone when we brought her in a few weeks ago, and they're doing really well. The size of the kittens, guys. The kittens will, in another week, will be, look at these guys. They will be 2 months in about a week. So they're doing really well. We cannot fix them till around July. So we will hold on to them. They have the whole cat room upstairs. But thank you for everybody asking. I like to show them when I can. What is going on? Smile and be happy. If there were election trucks in USA, they might be egged. Different culture. Yeah, it is really odd. I have footage where it was 6 a.m. and I sent it to a few of our regular members that I talked to through Messenger. And I was like, this was like 6. Matter of fact, it was just a few minutes before 6. But here's the thing. The guy that lives a couple houses down is one of the bigger people. I think he's even above, according to George, he's even above the mayors in all of Angel City. And he's a higher up government official, has an entire compound with tons of family member in it. And he breaks every rule. Unfortunately, I'm not even afraid to say that. He's the one that does tons of the fireworks. And he does the karaokeing all the time, super loud. It's crazy some of the stuff he does at different hours. But he runs them election trucks throughout this neighborhood all day long. And he pays other trike drivers to play loud music and run his ads and some of the other things. So he's one of the people. But that tends to happen. It's their country. It's where it is. So I'm trying to find the thing on that I had on Social Security that I posted, guys. Let's see, there it is. Post. I know that they changed it there. I used an old photo. Social Security Administration, the FB unit in Manila, which, by the way, for those that don't know that are coming here, it is not open every day of the week. And you would need to make an appointment. I think what they're doing now is you used to be able to go online and fill out paperwork. Now you have to actually email to get appointments. But it was already like that, and calling them can be just as hard. So, and there, it's only that is the only availability is like 2 days and only at certain hours. So now I don't know if that, well, I don't know if that's just calls. Does anybody know if that's just calls or customers who make appointments through the ACS unit will not be seen by the FBU representatives or receive Social Security related services. The ACS staff are employed by the Department of State. They are unable to assist you with Social Security matters or help people make appointments with the FBU. We request customers do not make appointments with the internet of the request to walk in. It says here FBU does not accept walk-in appointments. That is for sure. Now, my mistake. The calls are only 2 days a week. They're open, no walk-in. So let me correct that real quick. So yeah, now that I think about it, because it's been a while since we've gone over this, you only can call in 2 days a week for only 2-3 hours at a time. 2-3 hour period. It's not all day. But you cannot walk in. People have attempted it. Us Americans, I have heard it a dozen times. Well, I'm going to go anyways. They won't let you in. I'm going to tell you, I don't care how bad off you are. So you have to email. You have to email to get the appointment. So basically, you just can't go direct the way you used to on the website. So, as we've always said, if you can set your Social Security up before you leave, you should probably do it. But with all these changes in Social Security, with stuff up and coming, it's hard saying. So you just have to see where it's at. What is going on, Corey? What is going on from Michigan? You guys feeling it? Is it getting warm yet? So that's another thing. I keep hearing about the Canadians being all riled up, and a lot of people are already losing money in Florida. Like Florida was relying on a lot of Canadian services. There's people that aren't wanting to come here. And did you see that the U.S. has been put on a list of do not go for a lot of countries now? They're worried about the immigrants going over there now. That is crazy. We're on a no-go list now. Insane. Mhm. What's up? What's up? She's so cute. She really is cute. We got to stop at some point because we have the original four that's been here. Like you guys have seen us, the in between kittens. We raise them for a little bit. We rehome them. We put signs out. People come and they get them, and it's getting harder and harder to do that. And most of the cats in the neighborhood, they just don't pick them up and fix them and release them. They just keep on having kittens. Unfortunately, we have that cat that came from the restaurant that's been living over here. She goes somewhere. She's pregnant again, by the way. Since China has been here in the past year, she's been pregnant at least three times in the last year since we've been here. So that's been closer to 2 years we've been here. She's pregnant again. And she's about ready to have babies. And I told George, I said, oh my God, if she has them babies here, I said, we're in big trouble. The most cats we've had in this house was 14. And three of them were kittens. Well, actually, four. We had found one the very first day we moved in. There was one screaming across the street and then walked up to George. And so, yeah, so it's hard, but we have to stop at some point. Like this one is probably a no giveaway because she's what I would call special needs. It shows she has like she has hard time with balance and different things. I can tell there's something off. And so it's the ones we would say will not survive long on the street. And we just don't want to do that. So, but yeah, we're at our limit because that'll put her officially. And then we want to keep at least one of the kittens. And it's a hot mess if it wasn't for the upstairs. I got enough for myself not to blow on women, learn my lesson, not even retired yet, and backup cash for mercy only. You do have to have the oh shit money, and that's the money we're down to. You know what? The scary part is, and I never thought I would say this from 4 years ago, is that it's probably better that we're here in the Philippines. Because if everything's happening the way all channels, all news, and putting your brain together and seeing what's going on all political sides in the world and other countries, you can't help but know there's something coming. And I'm we're concerned for our kids because the cost is going to skyrocket. I'm sorry, it's just going to go astronomically up, up, and up. And George has discussed. He's very, George. He knows his stuff. He's very smart, very, very smart. He said that the Philippines is going to be one of the safest places to be in. I mean, certain areas may not be super safe, but as long as you mind in your business here, like most countries, mind your business. Don't stay flashy. Don't show off and everything, and don't start crap with people. You should be pretty safe, but it'll be cheap to live here. Even if the price goes up, we're looking at half the price of America, and it's still going to be better. So, a lot going on, but you got to have that money to, let's say that I have to have heart surgery, then I'm going to need to go back. There's no way unless, as we like right now, we're saving every month. Every time we get checks from YouTube and Social Security and George's money, we put a little something away. It's going to take a little bit to build that up. So I doubt we pay for surgery directly out of there. And no, I don't qualify for insurance. And George has enough medical conditions. His is going to be up there in cost. We're just putting that away in the bank instead. And yes, we probably should go for Phil Health, but there's issues with that too. It doesn't cover well. Hey, what is going on, Victor? Whatever that boy is. He must have had a lot of head lice. Mm-hmm. Don't tell him I told you guys. I'm telling you, you guys seen George go off, man. Why do you think he got his hair cut? Because he thought he did before. Mm-hmm. Don't tell him I told you guys. You can just give him the stare. Be sure to do this in the monitor when you guys, or your phone, check it out. I tell you what, now that is the truth. Real quick, that is the truth that there are other countries. Everybody's got head lice in their country, but they tend to have it pretty heavy here, and it's kind of scary. They get pretty big too. The bugs get really big. That's why it scares me to be in some of the grabs, and definitely have to pass on the jeepney. So, and they'll show it on like videos, like they're not shy from showing it on TikTok or videos, and like, ugh, how fast? Put some gasoline on it. I wouldn't follow Sunshine and Soldier's advice. He can't even get in the Social Security office here in the U.S. It was funny. Oh, yeah? Really? Well, probably because he didn't make the appointment. I was wondering if he made the appointment and did the right steps. Hey, he's here. Don't say nothing. Don't say nothing. What do you mean? I got to keep quiet. I'll try to act like nothing's going on. Wow, it took you that long to pick up the Jollibee?
Hey, Bub.
Careful, grab that.
Yeah, sorry.
You're a hot mess.
I am. I always am.
Really? Oh, you're lucky. It's still warm. Mm-hmm. Tony said that Sunshine, he couldn't get in the Social Security office. He probably didn't make no appointment. He's supposed to be getting the Social Security taken care of, and I kind of figured he didn't because I know it's taken a while. I already showed kitties off. I was able to catch baby. Here, take. Well, don't forget your other one. Yeah, you can put that. Go ahead and hang that over there on the doorknob for me. And here's your supplement here.
Supplement? Fruit Loops.
Yeah. There's his bonus pack.
Today's show is brought to you by Fruit Loops. Well, actually, it's brought to you by Ted. But what are you doing?
Did you stop at the shop? You did clean that, right?
Huh? You're a trick. Yeah.
Well, I know you don't like your business out there. I guess. So now I figured something, but maybe I was wrong. So maybe you can fill me in on that, Tony. Tony. Hey, we ought to just make a song called Tony. Tony. Maybe just do a Tony song. Hey, I was telling George that I grew up with a guy named Tony, and he was this Italian guy. I think I told you guys that before. Sunshine's has got some stuff though. I'm sorry, and some of the stuff that he comes up with is, I'm sorry, he's still one of them out there that I would still put on a boat with me. Oh, hush up. You got a black cock. We got black cock. What's wrong?
Where is he? Oh, there he is.
So,
What's his name again?
I forgot what we called him already. So, yeah, we didn't call him Kevin. All right. Hey, what's going on? Future looks bright. It was funny. He was playing the race. Was he really? Oh, come on, Sunshine. Now, that's one thing. I heard him a few days ago talk about big backs, but I'm pretty sure he failed to mention the big back guys. There's a lot of big people in the U.S. Don't blame it on the big back woman. And as a matter of fact, it was probably who his previous wife was or woman. I'm sorry. You know, I get it and everything. Love is love. Big people need love. And who needs a big back anyways, babe? You just need lips, right? You just need lip service?
Yeah.
Yeah, he said he needs lips.
Yeah.
Back had nothing to do with it. Cookie jumped on George. Yeah, he does seem to go into that. Hey, what's going on, Ted? What'd you think of those photos? Oh, wouldn't you guys like to know what I found out about a female vlogger? Oh my God. Man, I wish we could cover that story.
Huh?
Wouldn't that be nice to reveal that? But we ain't that type of person. Yeah, can't cover it. But we sent some revealing history past of a famous vlogger in
Wow.
Dumageddon.
What's past is past.
Well, we don't know if it is past or not.
Huh?
We can't say that it is.
I mean,
you
guys can still subscribe to my OnlyFans. You're welcome to.
Well, supposedly
Oh, the camera's
it was.
way
Oh well,
up. Even,
definitely there.
well, slightly better.
Well, you can adjust it if you. Oh,
Oh, you're fine.
you just want me? I'll
That's
just.
up to you.
Okay, I'll just do it.
No biggie.
Well, that way, if you want to. What is going on?
What is it? What is that? Is that what I think it is?
I think it fell out of your head.
No, you can't.
Did you go to the shop?
Yes. Yes. I needed some lubricant for my stroke.
No. What just went crawling across here? Just say it.
I think it was a flea. Or crabs.
Maybe.
Are you ready, kids?
I doubt it. Oh, crap.
I can't hear you.
Was really that busy out there today?
Oh my. Today, there are so many family vehicles out there. And what I mean by family vehicles, I'm talking about 4 people on a scooter.
And why is it?
It's Eid.
Okay. And I already said Ramadan Mubarak to our brothers and sisters and all that. Here's the deal. Truth is there's only so many Muslims out there. Filipinos always try to find something to celebrate. They're celebrating some holidays 3 times a day.
Filipinos will find any excuse to eat spaghetti. Just saying.
Take a day off. You like my hair? Feel my hair. Look how nice it looks. See how curly it is? Almost looks like a wig today, doesn't it?
It kind of does, yes. Yes, it kind of does.
I know you got to.
What does that mean?
What? Hold on.
No. Tony says he didn't have proper ID that would let him in.
Oh shit. Okay. Okay. So. Oh. Okay. So Sunshine couldn't get in. He's got a temporary driver's license. He's got little to no ID. We told people to make sure they get their ID renewed. And he's got all that family back in the US, and he couldn't have a driver's license renewed and mailed to him.
You know,
Because you could do that for like 60, $80, have it sent to you. And then, like, if I wanted to renew my license, then I would just send it to our daughter's house or the family house in Florida. And then we would just do that. Same with yours. You can do it online.
I get it, but that's something I really don't agree on. I mean, and then a lot of you guys will agree with me, and girls, of course.
Hi, Cookie Bear.
It's like when your license
Hi,
expires or your
Heidi.
passport expires, do you change? Not really. So technically, it should still be valid as an identification. It's just not valid for that purpose. AKA, if your license expired, you can't drive anymore. But it should be still a valid ID, and that's what I don't get. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you guys know what I mean. That just never made sense to me, and I'm pretty sure that back then, even if your license or passport was expired, they accepted it as a valid ID. But I think somehow, somewhere, that people changed and became a-holes, really.
What's the new cat's name?
Which one?
Right.
You talking about the new rabbit? Have you showed
Yeah,
it?
I
Kitty?
showed her tail.
Got a really messed up tail.
And how it wags in one direction, it's bent and then bends back towards her back.
There it is.
Her name is Honey.
You can call her 1D.
I call you 1D.
Yeah, 1D.
Calvin right there with the lawbreakers, driving a car without a license. That means without insurance too. Oh boy. Hey, kitty.
No, not headlights. Crabs.
He's in denial, people. I told you that before he showed up.
Denial is not a river in Egypt.
Right here on Walking Street in Angel City.
There you go. Got to spread the love.
Uh-huh.
You got to keep giving the gift that keeps on giving. Angelo says, I like the calico cat. Yes, we love calicos. They're allegedly lucky.
We have, I don't know, we're thinking that both boys will be given away. We tend to keep the females because even when the males are fixed, they can tend to spray. So I don't know if we'll actually keep. We want to keep the black one because he's semi rare and we don't have a black one, but the boys are really restless. I mean, oh boy. So we're thinking about keeping Mom and the calico. And honestly, with the amount that we have and they're normal, I think we will rehome them all. Just kick them outside. Kick them to the.
Oh, speaking of kicking the cats out, there's a lot of barbecues going on today.
And you didn't come with any?
And then I probably won't show up for another 30 minutes or so. No, what I'm saying, it's not normal for people to start barbecues this early. Anyway,
Take it into the street.
yeah, I mean, in the Philippines, normally you can't buy barbecue not until around 4:30, 4:35, something like that, 6. But today they're starting already.
Dude,
They've
would you like to contribute to the subject?
Oh yeah. Many tail deformities are a result of Japanese bobcat gene. It's Asian cats, several here.
Well, it's not the reason for their tails being messed up in this country. It's a deformity. It's inbreeding. So the cats are so inbred here. It was like Mexico. Every cat that we have except for Bella, they all have crinks in their like kinks, and some of them go in different directions. It is a deformity of the cats, and when you look it up, it'll come up. And the vet told us it was because of the cats just in the neighborhoods and are breeding. So it's a deformity. Yeah.
Joseph Roberts says, you said headlights or headlights?
I said head lice.
New from Monterey.
I had to tell him why you weren't here.
Why wasn't I here?
Because you were at the head lice shop. You said you were at the shop.
Wow. Now, if you guys are here in Angel City, a good place to get a happy ending in Walking Street is.
Well, did you do that and get the head lice removed?
It's free today.
George, show me how happy you are that they removed it. How happy the new emoji. George the emoji. All right, guys.
Um,
As you guys know, probably hear from a few of you. It is April 1st here in the Philippines, so it's April Fool's Day.
it
I was
is.
going to tell you that we're getting a divorce and we're breaking up, which hey,
You did?
I told them you had headlights. So I thought it was funnier.
Oh, okay.
Hey, they gave a warning not to say that. The Philippine government said don't play around here in the Philippines. Can you imagine that? You guys are like a bunch of kids, anyways. The karaoke, the
Well,
pajamas.
see, that's the thing, and I keep telling Heidi this, guys. Don't joke around because Filipinos will think you're serious. It's kind of sad and funny at the same
Right, but
time.
the sad part is Filipinos do nothing
Because,
but laugh tracks,
for example,
joking, and so
when
they tend to make.
w-
But they do.
yeah, when me
They.
and Heidi were at Heidi's interview, the first interview
What is this?
at NBI, Heidi jokingly says, "I don't know this man," and they're like, "Wait, you really don't?" They got serious all of a sudden. Like, wait a minute, there's somebody in here who shouldn't be in here. That kind of deal. They're like that. That's why I told Heidi. I said, "Don't joke around. They think you're serious. It's just so weird." Anyway. Oh, and never be sarcastic with Filipinos. They think you're serious too. They don't know what sarcasm is.
Yeah, that was a doll, by the way. So they thought it was real. That's weird. Right there. So here it is. This actually come out from the emergency broadcast company, right? April Fool's reminder: do not prank about death, injury, medical emergencies, violence, kidnappings, threats, bomb threats, emergency service things. Don't mess with people's livings or talk about drivers, vendors, workers, pregnancies, miscarriage. Last year we did the pregnancy thing. We had some people going for a little bit. We received $100 on that last.
Are you, are you kidding me? They actually sent a PSA for this?
They did. Okay, hold on. Don't talk about breakups. So that's why I said we didn't break up.
Seriously?
Yes, it said don't talk about breakups, no rejection, no family relations, no distress, no mental health issues, job offerings, don't kid about firings, financial losses, false rumors, fake news, public panic, tampering with any food, drink, personal belonging, crimes, and that's it, or any legal problems. Well, what the hell are we going to be able to joke about? That's why I said you had headlights. But I guess that's still.
Well, I understand why they said don't joke about breakups is because I'm pretty sure
I set that over there for a purpose.
somebody got X-nayed because of they said we broke up and or I was cheating on you. Because Filipinos are like a jealous lot.
Oh Lord. Anyway, never mind, George. You totally. I mean, all right. So anyway, so we've been talking about finances from A to Z. Are we broke? Are we American broke? I was like, oh hell yeah, we are. We pay about a quarter, up to 50% less living here. 50%. Some things are, 3/4 off here, depending transportation, insurance, our rent. And then I went through a bunch of stuff, and then I said we probably get into Social Security, jobs. It's hard to get a job. It's hard to get an online job. Even if you do, you're going to have mad skills these days. At least go back and do some sort of courses, classes, or something up, or experience. A lot of it's going to come down to experience. And a lot of these expats think they can come here and get a job. And people are like, well, I know so and so did. Yeah, that's some people.
Well,
That's not everybody.
other people's success isn't necessarily yours.
Right.
And I mean, let's
And
break
the money's going to be a fraction of the cost.
let's break things down in a lot easier, more digestible way. What I'm saying is, for example, back then, okay, um, if you let's say you're female, okay, and then you land in the Philippines, and then you're like, oh man, I'm short strapped for cash. Back then, if you go like, well, you know what, I can go online and then do some online, kinky work. Boom, you make money, right? Now you do that, you kind of get buried because it's oversaturated. Or same thing with
I know whose
normal.
video wasn't buried.
Right. So what I'm saying is, even
Oh
even if you're
snap!
qualified, there's a lot of other qualified people here that same thing. They're thinking the exact same thing as you are, and you're gonna get buried. And not because I'm not saying you're not good enough. I'm just saying there's so many people online now that you kind of like, get lost in the crowd, literally. You know what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is, even back then, if you come to the Philippines and vlog, back then you're an American vlogger, or Australian or whatever. You're like, oh my gosh, we have a foreigner vlogger. Now it's like, meh,
Yeah.
eh.
So yeah,
You know what I'm
now
saying?
it's
You get
yeah.
lost in the crowd, literally. So that's what we're trying to say.
Yeah,
Don't
you can make some money, like you said. You can make a few hundred if you work
the
at it
lucky
and catch the
ones,
niche. Yeah,
the lucky
yeah,
ones.
because it's still only 20% or
Yeah,
less
because
make
most
money
of the
on it.
time it's
Pennies
actually,
on the dollar.
yeah, you make like $5, $8, that kind of deal. Um, and it'll be like that for a while up until you hit a breakthrough. And I'm not
You
joking.
need residual income. That's where it's at. And I was telling them that I wouldn't consider, not with the possible up and coming civil war, not with the political
Hey,
unrest, not with, but I wouldn't even consider going back to the U.S. under any circumstance, except for maybe in a pine box. Period.
what? Okay. Anyway,
Just kidding. Happy April
I
Fools.
don't think you'll reach that far. I think.
You believe it. Really? Okay.
Well,
Well, as long as you're
if you
giving a,
call a coup d'état a civil war, then yeah, I guess.
I don't know, it's pretty split,
I
but
might a coup d'état might happen, but I wouldn't say civil war. That's a completely different story.
well, y'all can just live in America and get yourself a factory job and just book on down there in Kentucky and just gather you a little bit of money and save for your retirement and just live the life. Oh, can you actually really actually
Oh,
um, you know what I seen? They posed a question about
what's that?
can the country live without the immigrants? They don't think that they think the country's going to totally fall apart with all the immigrants there and these factories coming open. You
Well,
really think them lazy Americans are actually going to work all those jobs?
okay. Technically, that's a very blurry line in the first place because America's made out of immigrants.
Hmm.
So,
You're made out of immigrants. I'm made out of well, yeah, no, not really.
well,
My parents were
technically,
Americans. You were made out of them, but not me.
well, not really.
Your
I
parents are
mean,
immigrants.
no, I'm talking about you. Even you, your family line's an immigrant family line.
Well,
There,
it's just my mom and dad that made me, so they weren't immigrants.
technically,
But
there
your
are
dad,
no.
chicka chicka bow
I
bow.
mean, unless you're American Indian, you're just
Oh
saying.
my God. I gotta stop watching YouTube at 3 a.m. when my what's it called, my ADHD and all my anxiety is running and I'm like I can't count sheeps and all that crap. And I'm trying to count sheeps and then next thing you know I'm counting colors and all of that crap and I get distracted. Next thing you know I end up on YouTube and I'm watching about Native American Indians and they start discussing social diseases and they start talking about they blamed them on the French and then the French turned around and blamed them on the Native American Indians and a bunch of people ended up with these pox all over their face and their faces were being eaten up. It was horrible. But
Well,
supposedly that's history.
that's why the Aztecs are gone,
They did not discuss that in history class. Why didn't they tell us all that good stuff?
because it's irrelevant.
What?
What I'm
I'd have
saying
paid
is,
more attention in history class if that would have been
okay,
on.
so let's say the Aztecs, like, I mean, I guess they should have mentioned that. Oh, by the way, the Aztecs are gone because you know,
They did wiped out most of them because of the social
like,
diseases
yeah, like
and
smallpox and whatever. Yeah.
so they brought like ladies with them over on the boats So now they're blaming it on in the video. They were blaming it on Christopher Columbus. They said no, it was the Native Americans. It was their revenge back to the white man. And I was like, well, I didn't know them guys were that white. They were
Actually,
Hispanic.
Christopher Columbus gets too much credit, but he contributed. Yes.
Anyways, I got to stop counting colors and jumping sheep in the night. What's that? You, man, man.
Right. That's a different kind of world, guys.
Oh,
It's a lot. It's a lot of bush. It's a lot of bush.
What you talking about? The older I get, it's falling out. You the one with a lot of bush. Literally.
It's a lot of bush.
What's the, I can think of somebody else who had a bunch of that in a video.
It's a lot of padding.
I can
for
think
the
of
lovin'.
somebody else who had a lot of that inside that video I seen.
Did you really watch it?
Yes, I watched it.
Oh.
Probably the people that we told about it probably thought that was you talking about, because I said I cannot unsee that shit. I cannot unsee that.
Good thing I didn't watch it then.
I can't unsee that. I can't. But
which is again proof that tells you that I was never really that interested in the first place.
But for $4,999, I'll release that video to whoever asked for it about that vlogger.
Hey.
I'll drop you that link as soon as that drops in. Just kidding.
Okay, I'm a lot cheaper. Just give us another my inbox. We'll drop you the video. All right.
Anyway, I can't believe me. This could have been one hell of a live stream today. Could have been, but unfortunately, I mean, we like to do where we're like semi the TMZ, a little on, hey, don't do this, and honestly, the truth is that was breaking the law. That is not allowed.
Yeah, but it's already done and over with.
Yeah, I mean, she needed the money.
Like I said, I personally know again one stripper that is now a registered nurse.
Don't talk about my past.
You know what I'm saying? And I know a lot of strippers, sadly, but what I'm saying is one of them did turn around and
you can. Everybody turns their life around. I mean, I've had my own issues. Those who know me and been on the channel long enough knows that. I'm not against her for whatever, but when this person drives to be the best vlogger in Doomageddon,
you can't
and
be
the innocence that she's
doing, play the
sure
I'm holier than ours. No,
which she tends to, but that's on her.
Yeah.
So, but that one I will spare because I don't want nobody finding my 900 line recorded crap that I used to do.
Snobby Happy says, Pablo Chicano. Heidi said George got lice from public transportation.
I did not.
Tony
No,
Manning says, my social security's been
Babe,
great.
I didn't tell him that.
$200 raise each month.
Yeah, Tony said that. He said that the last time. Tony's just screwing with you guys.
Yeah, I was going to say.
No, he probably did. He did mention it the last time. I'm just messing around.
Rob Morrison says, our new kitten I named Winston.
Winston.
It's a little black tiger that attacks flip-flops. Aww.
Oh, did you see the box put together? We got a new cat box. It wasn't put together. We got it from Lazada late afternoon, but I put it together this morning. It's an enclosed one. So for the kittens, that way the dust doesn't get in the house and everything. The other ones we have arranged on upstairs, but the kittens can't reach it. Well, they can. Oh, you'll be getting your Social Security disability in a few days. That's cool.
Yeah.
First time comer. Hey, James.
Chance says, wow, $200 extra a month is great. That's not part of Dodge dividend, is it? Right?
Well, there was money they were giving out to anybody that was ex-police, I think even military, teachers. There were some people that were due some sort of tax credit and some, I don't know the whole thing. I'm just kind of giving you a little. And there was a percentage of people that were supposed to get it. And of course, I wasn't in the range of people. So maybe it was a past job you had that they didn't pay you whatever the percentage. I know that Elon said something recently that he's going to raise Social Security and that everybody would be getting one, not the bonus check, but here's the thing. Social Security is a system. It's been a successful system. He went on about how there was still fraud. He keeps repeating the same thing. Like everything that he keeps repeating has been the same. But it's an impossible because it's based on a percentage. It's based on a formula. to give everybody their check. So how is he going to increase it? What's he going to do? Like Trump running a third term? Is he going to add a third term into Social Security and give us our money? Or would he like to just take it out of his check? And did anybody else see them guys get those checks on stage? Did anybody else feel like them guys had little to no feeling about getting a $1 million check in Wisconsin? Mr.
Okay,
Cheesehead?
you have to tell him the whole story, otherwise they won't understand.
Oh, he was there in Wisconsin, and he's giving money away for people that are voting, and they're at the Republican Party thing for that whatever vote. So he's in there steering funds for voting. It doesn't matter if you're Democrat, Republican, or whatever. To me, it was odd. But he randomly called two people, one male, one female, and they looked exactly the same age, and they acted like nothing happened. $1 million.
Yeah, you get 1 million, even if you're a millionaire. That's a big deal.
Correct. And they come up on stage and they smiled and curtsied and then left.
Right. First off, when he
They didn't even.
yeah, when he announced that he was gonna do this, first off, the first thing
It would have been
the
like
first thing that clicked in my mind
it'd been
is
like
it's
100
gonna be
Walmarts.
staged before
Well-
I even heard of anything about it.
Wouldn't you think every Republican in the state would have showed up for that or signed up or voted for $1 million? Sure, they would have. They would have been filling tons of places with
Okay,
that many.
well, here's the thing. Most of the ones that were actually there, odds are they already know how it works.
Here's the deal. How come it wasn't an older person? Both of them almost looked exactly mid-30s.
It's kind of like, okay, I'm gonna ruin some things for you guys. It's kind of like Mr. Beast.
He said it was free advertising. That's why.
When
he did it.
Mr. Beast gives away money, everything's preset, everything's already set up, everything's like this and that. I don't care what the camera shows you, everything's already set up, whether it's real or not. Point is, it's all scripted. And when I was gonna say Mr. Beast, but no, when Elon announced this, in my head, the first thing that comes to my mind, I bet you it's gonna be scripted. These are people who are just, whether they're actors or not, I don't care. Because again, it has nothing to do with anything. I really don't care. But point being is the fact that he said this and announced this, I was like, it's probably not believable. And sure enough, here it is. Anyway, as James Montgomery says, first, Hector Gubat, some of those local government officials are the most entitled AH. Heard that from someone I know there.
Nice guess. That's a pretty good guess. But
Oh, well,
that clearly.
yeah. Anyway, I really don't want to look at that. But anyway, now I hate to say this, depending on who you're talking about, Hector. Again, I'm not Tom, and nothing against you.
Mhm.
Most officials I know, first off, it's kind of like in the U.S., and a lot of people aren't aware of this. Is before you become a public figure and be elected as, like from mayor and up candidate, you actually have money and don't really need the job. It's kind of sad. That's how the society works. Same thing here. And so when you say they're entitled and everything, for the most part, they are entitled. They really don't need the job. They think they are better than everybody because they do have the power to make things happen. Sorry, but remember, that's not just the Philippines, guys. That's also in the U.S. Big Dave says, my mother didn't get her March check, and getting through to Social Security is a joke.
Mhm.
Mm, um, yeah, Dave, we are sorry to hear that. Yes, yes. Hopefully that things will get cleared up. I mean, that's the thing. Again, you can't mess with people's money, and you can't mess with people's Social Security. Just Rutherford says before unions, people work 12 hours a day and 6 days a week. Well, that's what's happening here. That's very normal. They get paid for the day and not by the hour. CVGB says call the SSA call center to make an appointment, then go to the SSA office, then have a Valium. When they turn you away at the
Jesus.
office, right?
Check that out. What a thumbnail.
That's about right. Tony Manning, I hope the U.S. deports Sunshine Shoulders. Nah, wow.
No, I'm trying to be weird. There are others, and it has nothing to do with us, that's thinking he won't get back in the country.
Huh? What are you talking about? This country?
Yeah.
He'll be fine.
Well, we pray. Just as hard as it is to get in and out, they're doing heavy overtime screening of people. So,
Yeah.
and he has had his share of issues where he's been in their offices.
He'll be fine.
So, yeah.
Carol Brenner says tourism is way down in the U.S.
No, it says here, just found an article. It says Elon is working on rewriting Social Security code base. He's using AI to rewrite all of it. So we shall see.
Which is worse? I mean, okay. Why? It's because the moment you lose the human part of something that's actually socially based, keyword socially based. Yeah. Yes.
We're expecting those meds to be delivered today. They were supposed to deliver them yesterday. Good old Philippines. Same day delivery and at 9 o'clock at night. Okay, so for 6 hours, no message, and then it comes up and it says,
Well, I didn't say anything, but you do realize you did order from South Star, right?
so
I hate South Star.
what?
They suck.
So do I, but got the job done one way or the other.
Well, it's different when when sucking comes. I mean, of Heidi sucking and a Dyson vacuum sucking is a good thing, but when your pharmacy sucks, that's a bad thing.
We'll see. It's quicker than you getting it done. Between your gaming channel and your fans only page, a little hard to get you to do anything these days.
War Thunder grinding is a lot harder than you think. Call of Duty, I'm kind of bored with it. I mean, but War Thunder, man, that's a different environment.
You like that one?
It's harder because you have to have patience of a goat.
That's me, goat.
You have to sit there and go. Camping is the key in War Thunder versus Call of Duty. You just go after it. I see it, I want it, I get it. War Thunder, you just wait there and just wait. If you don't wait, you die. But anyway, Cindy G, hi Cindy, how you doing? Good morning.
Good morning.
Angelo says getting my air conditioning from home along later today. That's good to hear, Angelo. Good to hear. And
Why
AC
do
is
you
important.
do that?
What's her name?
Honey. Her name's Honey. Oh, Honey. Hi. I'm gonna say hi. No. No, I told you guys she's challenged. I said she's. Hold up. Oh, ow. Hey.
Oh, that's love. No, really, that's love. That's cat love. For those of you who have cats, will agree with me.
She rides a short butt. What the hell are you talking about?
Joseph says tough times don't last forever, but tough people do. There you go. Good to hear that. That's great, Joseph. Love that. You know what, Joseph?
Gonna make a t-shirt.
You and I should actually have a drink sometime. I mean, honestly, lost opportunities, man. Lou says Texas adopted the federal minimum wage rate of $7.25 per hour.
Hey, that was like per hour. That was me last night on you.
Yeah. As January 1st, 2025, there has been no law passed to increase Texas minimum wage. That's really low.
Hey, hold hope. Them factories will open real soon. Then you guys can make $8.25. Probably true.
Holy crap. $7.25? This is 2025.
I found a video yesterday, made a post. They were selling a sandwich in New York a roast beef sandwich for 29 freaking dollars over my dead body, man.
For
$29. By the time he paid $5 to the cutter. He tipped the man that cut the meat to put on his sandwich. He tipped the woman that rang him up another $5. $10 in tips for what? And then he bought a soda. It came to $45.
I'll give her my tip.
And then five. I'm just gonna leave that alone. There ain't enough super glue in the world to construct anything that would make any difference right now.
Well, but what I'm saying for a state of pew pew
State of
slinging
shock.
people,
State
that's
of shock.
I didn't know that.
Dun,
725 in
dun,
2025? Seriously?
Please, baby, please. You got
Babe,
me
that's really
on my
low. That's
knees.
insanely
Well,
low.
they hold around. They can all make cars. Then you guys, they can do a remake of that car movie. What was the one? What was the one where they Gung Ho, was that the name of it? With what's his name in it? Where they brought the Japanese people in to help them in the small town.
Oh my
Gung Ho.
gosh.
I've watched that movie a dozen times. Gung Ho,
That's
isn't
classic. Yeah.
Yeah.
What's his name? Batman guy.
I'm Batman.
I'm Batman. Damn
I'm
it.
Batman.
I'm having a brain block. But anyway,
Yeah, I know.
Michael
What
Keaton.
is-
Michael Keaton.
Michael Keaton.
Michael Keaton. Right. That's a great movie. But anyway,
Gung ho, unthinkingly enthusiastic and eager, especially about talking parts in fight or warfare. That's me.
no, that's a great movie. That's a great movie. Jose Rodriguez says, I agree with only half of Sunshine says. The other half is delusional. He seems like
That's like me and the
he's
president. You guys think we hate the
his
president?
own worst enemy at times.
Yeah, that describes the politics in the U.S. Some things are okay. Some things, there's so many things going on. But then it's like, didn't Trump's own mother at one point like right out on the television say, "Don't trust anything he says" or "Don't trust him"? But then again, the mother can be pretty harsh. But the whole point is that's just the way it is. Some people love us one day and not the next.
Well, in Calvin's defense.
Oh, hell no.
Hey, Calvin. No. This is fact. This is fact. In Calvin's defense,
He's just trying to get paid.
we are all our own worst enemy. Fact.
I'm
We
your
are
worst
our
enemy.
worst critic.
I'm your worst critic.
I mean, if there's anybody who puts us down the most,
I put you
or
down.
puts you down the most, is you.
I'm your worst critic. All the above. I'm all that for you.
Well, you're an exception. You're special. Now.
As special as that cat's tail.
Yes, very special, very damaged.
We damaged.
No. You are eccentric.
No, don't call me eccentric.
Oh, sorry. Yeah,
Trump's eccentric.
that only applies to rich people.
Elon Musk is eccentric.
No, he's freaking weird and freaking insane. Anyway,
But he's really extremely smart. That's the crazy part. He's so smart.
He is credited more than he should. Fact.
Which will tell you he's like,
Elon doesn't invent crap. He didn't make the Tesla car. It's his team that he paid for that did all the work. I can't trust me. I had an argument with AI because of this.
is that where you've been? In
Well,
the car having a fight, waiting.
And
to go
anybody who will look into history will know what I'm talking about. I mean, it's like
Cookie.
well, Elon made the Tesla car. No, he didn't. He didn't make anything.
I made something.
Now, is he rich? Yeah, I'll give him that. The end.
Did you make anything?
Yay, Elon, you're rich.
Oh,
Good job, man.
Did you ever make anything?
Are you smart? Yes. Good job. You are smart.
Hey, did you ever make anything?
Actually, I made a lot of stuff.
Well, what'd you actually make?
More than you realize. But I didn't make anything bigger than most people.
I created several things with
What I'm saying is,
with
okay.
my body.
Oh, well, that's different. Can't compete with that.
I grew it and everything else. Homegrown it.
Yeah.
Fed it plenty of pineapple juice.
I made robots when I was a kid. Before the internet, I literally hacked before the internet when I was a kid.
Babe,
Anyway.
you got bacon for George's bacon grease rub.
Oh, hey, Michael J. for just
Thank you. Well, today he got some Jollibee. So, and it's hanging on the door. It looks like I'm gonna starve because you couldn't get. He actually headed out about 2 hours before the live at 7. I don't know how I ended up
Oh,
with
okay. Hold
late.
on. Let me just go real quick. Hold on.
Head lice can move south too. Did you have him check your bush?
I already told you. I already have like a like
Crab defender system. George has got crabs.
defender. I have a
George
whole
has crabs.
zoo.
George.
I was like, this crab is bigger than the rest. He needs his own special compartment. This here is yours.
He will not be using my compartment. He ain't using my compartment. That's an apartment.
Today I will call you Coconut.
So let me get this right. You went all the way over to Walking Street or Red Street to pick up crabs to defend your head lice or to get rid of your head lice.
Yes.
So how are you going to get rid of the crabs? They're not moving in my apartment.
Herpes.
No. Move on.
Oh, well,
Maybe we can just turn the cats loose to eat them off.
I can always go syphilis.
You could always go fishing.
That's the same thing.
So,
Smells
Alright.
like fish.
You're fired. You're so fired.
um, I bet Ricky always had headlights. There you go. Angela says I had Jollibee the other day. Yummy, yummy mango pie. What was that mango thing that we had yesterday?
It was a few days ago. You're behind. And I found out there wasn't sago in it. It was just mango. If I had known it was just mango on ice cream, I would have skipped it.
Sago are those little bubble tea
It's
things.
not. It just says mango like chunks or something.
Yeah, but I'm just letting you guys know what sago is. Well, it's pronounced as sago, but anyway.
Sag it.
Hey, Ruby, how you doing?
Hi.
Hi, Isa, how you doing? Filipina Isa
Hi.
Longa. Hi,
Our
couple. Yeah,
Philippine
check her
journey
out.
is in the house also.
Yeah, great channel. That's for those of you wondering who Isa is Scott and the World as I See It, which is now Scott and Isa channel. It's his partner. Hey, 29, the oh dang, he's saying you're talking about the Filipino pea.
Oh snap. About who and what?
I don't know. Anyway, Victor C.
We can't confirm that.
We cannot confirm nor deny. Lou says, do you have a problem with your cat spraying? Only the boys spray, just so you guys know.
But we right now only have two male. We have two male small cats that are only 2 months old, and we plan to get them fixed. You can only get them fixed around 4 months old here to 5 months. In July, they will be fixed. We were thinking about keeping one, but even with being fixed, they can still spray. That's my problem. And George sprays around here. I don't need a bunch more spraying.
All right. Tony Mang, a little critter hunters. There you go.
Yes, I can confirm critter hunter.
Yeah, Public Channel is asking you if George has crabs.
That'll hopefully get rid of the lice.
Right. There you go. Ruby says the U.S. minimum wage is way too low, less than half the minimum wage here in Australia. Still add that at 11.5 on top of that for your retirement fund. There you go.
I was looking at wages here. They're claiming the average is $800 a month. That seems a little high for an average Filipino. From multiple sources, it ranged from $500 to $800 a month for a Filipino. I would say the call center people could be making $1,000. People with heavy professions and long term could be making more. So, but the money is here. I'm gonna tell you right now. I ain't even gonna joke. Actually, I'm gonna joke. I'm like a welfare case here. That is for sure, man. Well, George doesn't believe in credit. He doesn't believe in giving extra money. I don't get to join the First Wives Club over in Dumaguete or Angel City. I get Jollibees. And George gets lucky at 3 a.m. That's the way it rolls.
You need to have your own OnlyFans to have extra credit in Dumaguete.
Okay. And by the way, screw you on that. I don't eat generic Fruit Loops. Them just don't. They've got a different flavor. Although they all taste the same.
No, they don't.
Yeah, Yeah, they do. They're all the same flavor. They just changed the color. They fooled you.
Actually, no. There are sometimes they come out with berry flavor.
There's only one berry in this house, Dingleberry.
Tony Manning
Uh.
says they won't take a paper ID. That's temporary. You have to wait till a permanent one comes. He didn't have permanent ID.
Oh shit! So didn't he say it was going to be a few weeks?
He'll be there a little bit longer.
Next thing you know, he ain't gonna get up out of there and say, "Go run, Calvin."
What?
Come home, Mama.
Aw.
Mama misses you.
Right? Joseph says true, George. Yeah, Joseph's talking about your again, like if your passport expires or your driver's license expires, it's still you. You just can't travel anywhere or you can't drive a car. That's how it's supposed to
It
be.
does suck, doesn't it? It's about the government getting money. Speaking of which,
Government.
I was telling people at the beginning about the reasons, the cost versus the infrastructure and all that. And I had a nice list in the beginning. And basically, they said, and I'm just going to repeat it, you're going to probably cringe. There is so much corruption in politicians here that change things dealing with businesses, prices. The prices are astronomical around here. And that is one reason that the cost is up in this country versus what can be made. There's just a lot of politicians going around. And George's favorite word, nepotism and crabism.
Speaking of crabs, Ted says, well, crab cream for crabs. There you go.
Oh, is that what's going to take care of it? I said gasoline.
Oh,
Gasoline.
don't do that, guys. If you have lice or crabs,
Gasoline.
don't do the gasoline or
Who
carrot.
would be that stupid?
A lot of people have done that apparently. So don't, please.
What? Yo.
What the heck?
Yes.
Should I go over there?
No, come here. Don't you come here, mommy. You get out of
Tony
here,
Manning
mommy.
says 14 cats time to start Chinese restaurant. Ooh, there you go.
If the
Correct.
pandemic comes again, it's hard saying.
Just Rover says, oh, it's April Fool's Day. Lou says, I once joked with a Filipina and she started crying. Can Filipinos take a joke? She will insult me all the time, but will not take a joke.
But here's the thing: you say that they joke. I'm sorry, this is the biggest joke of the country. I mean,
Whoa.
let me rephrase that. They like to joke here. You got my point. You can't mind me. My brain isn't all here. I am special
You
ed
can't
24.
joke with someone unless you're already.
George, all they do is play laugh tracks on almost every
I
video,
understand
live
that, but what
stream.
I'm
They
saying
joke.
is-
They go out and they play worse jokes than anybody could ever imagine. This country, half of them are walking around in pajamas. They're kiddie.
Well, that has nothing to do with jokes. but-
Well, my whole point is this country's very easygoing. They like to
right, but as far as jokes are concerned,
come here.
you
Come
have
here,
to. Wow,
sweetie.
she's really
Come here.
upset.
Here, come here. Come on. Come here, honey.
But as far as again, you have to make sure that
It's
you
okay,
know
come here.
them. Until you
Good.
know them, don't joke
here.
around because they think you're serious. Or after the joke, you say right away, JK,
Come
JK,
on.
which means just kidding, just
Come on.
kidding. No, I'm not joking. Or char
Hi, Mary.
again. Trust me.
Mary needs a cut today.
Yeah.
I need a cut.
Alishkan says she seems to be wacko.
Good
McLovin says good
morning.
morning. How's it going? Garnett says watching from CDO.
Do our subscribe break.
Yeah. Guys, don't forget to again support our channel. Hit subscribe.
If you do, we'll send you a black cock.
Correct. I'll show them the black cock.
He's up there.
Wait.
It's been hanging over me. Just Beans Calvin's not here. I got my own hanging over me right now. It'll have to do.
Okay, lick the black cock.
No.
No.
Cuckoo.
I mean, you do it most of the nights. I'm just saying.
No. Hey, listen.
What?
I've got enough brown people in this country.
Ooh, what?
My Tambai's got a Tambai.
Wow. Oh yeah. Speaking of
As long
Tambai,
as they do my
guys,
dishes, I don't care.
if you decide to have a family gathering, okay.
Oh boy.
Now Tambais mean is short for standbys, which means they don't have
Does that have
jobs.
anything to do with the graduation you went to recently?
No,
Okay.
but similar.
Okay.
If you decide to have a family event that you don't want your
Oh my
tambay neighbors
God.
to come,
Are you serious?
you create the event, okay, somewhat remote, where they can't use a jeep or a tricycle. That eliminates the tambays completely.
Now, standbys are the standby girlfriends and boyfriends, right?
Well, not necessarily. People who just don't have jobs, the riffraffs, so to speak.
Oh, I thought that was, yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So if
I always get that mixed up.
I mean, you guys are obviously foreigners, and you don't want the riffraffs to come to your party. Just somewhat put it remotely, because what it is if you do it at your house in your neighborhood, and if your neighborhood has tambais, a lot of expats who are in the room right now will agree with me. There's some riffraffs who'll just you have gate crashers. I'm gonna tell you right now, they will gate crash you. If you don't want gate crashers, do it somewhat remotely, and then that way you're not the bad guy because you didn't invite him or you told him not to come in or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But anyway,
Next, Izzy is asking about the Antipolo road rage. We seen that. Um, Sometimes you guys will find 99% of what we cover is dealing with expats, and as I'm to understand, that's all Filipino. Every now and then, kind of like I mentioned, them babies found will bring in a story, and I'm sure there'll be more information, but I doubt we do just the live stream based on it. So yeah, it was very sad. There's been a lot of road rage incidents here lately, more than I would care to even. There was that other one with that car that chased that other person around, and they had to bring the cops in on it, and he was trying to run everybody down. It was with an oversized SUV, and of course you have the other rage going on with the political races. There's people attacking people left and right, and yeah, a lot going on. So no, we seen that. That was very sad. So very, very sad. Hope you're enjoying your damn breakfast. You was late and getting your crabs and Lysol taken care of, and
speaking of late, there's a whole guy yelling right now.
yeah, that's the second one that's come through.
Well, what I'm saying is, early this morning when I said, "What are you selling there?" I was stuck in traffic, and I yelled out, "said What are you selling there, Taho?" I says, "Yes, sir, but I'm out. So better luck next time." That's what he told me. I'm like, "What?
I wonder how much them guys make a day just going around with just the whole.
300 to 500 a day pesos."
Hey, what we could do is buy up a bunch and send 5 or 6, 7, 8, 10 people out and just
But that
take
is
over.
backbreaking work, guys. Literally backbreaking work.
We can hire up and do a bunch of different flavors and hire like 20 people and make money and just sit here in the air conditioning.
Well, technically, that's who they work for. Yes. Lou says, "I agree, George. After all the credentials,
That
skills,
is true
experience."
though. Like the ice cream guy, that's what he does. Is it's not his actual business. He's
No,
actually
they just
working
work for
for.
them. Yeah, they just
Yeah,
sell this stuff. Yeah, and then
I'm gonna
it's who
start
you
that
know and
bacon.
not what you know. Correct.
We're still gonna start that bacon candle and peanut butter fudge company.
Oh my God! Get a jeepney party bus, George, and right now. Oh my
We're you
gosh.
know what we ought to do. See, here's the thing. Our birthday's up and coming in July. So both of us have a birthday. We've got tons of birthdays. Got the granddaughter, got the grandson, got a son. There's our birthday, his birthday. And so we started off and everything, and I thought about that, but it's hot as hell in July, just like it's starting to become hot as hell now. But we could always run it at night and put a bunch of lights in there. Babe, we could just take it down MacArthur Highway and just run it all the way down and run a party situation. We'll let people join it.
Yeah. Easy and Chris says, rumor has it that Elizabeth Warren is 100% Native American. Pocahontas was her mother.
Oh,
Well,
please. There's a.
you can't turn a hoe into a housewife.
George did several times.
Whoa! Shots fired.
But
Not arguing, but shots fired.
it's not about me.
Still shots fired.
Maybe the last one.
Probably. Ruby says it's also this is also happening here in Australia about the history of what native
No,
Aborigines gone through with
yeah, that's
Anglo-Saxon
what.
moving and conquering Australia. Royal commissions form to know the truth. You know, when I
Oh,
think
we
of
were talking about
Aborigines, I think of that movie.
shots fired.
The gods must be crazy,
Oh my God, I
and
went
that
and seen
Coke
that movie.
bottle.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, love that movie. But
Hmm.
anyway, that's when somebody says Aborigine, I think of that Coke bottle and gods must be crazy. But anyway, Big Dave, Elon's so full of crap. Now, okay, Elon again gets credited for a lot of things, but
Like the Cybertruck,
a lot of the stuff that comes, well, forget the
like his
Cybertruck.
haircut,
Oh, remember, he didn't make the Cybertruck. But what I'm
that
saying
crazy look on his face, that hair
is
color he
he
picked.
does say the difference between Jeff Bezos and Elon Musk. When Jeff Bezos says something and it turns out not to be true, is because he miscalculated.
That's me all the time. But
When
I'm for
Elon
him.
Musk says something that's not true, it's because it's Elon Musk. There's a difference between the
Hey, that
two.
sounds like me.
Know the difference.
Because Heidi said it. Hey, did you guys see the AI photo that shows Elon taking Cheeto dust out of a Cheeto bag and he's painting Trump's face in the White House? Like he's a side person.
I wouldn't be surprised.
That was hilarious.
It could be real.
Oh, and by the way, I just want to say there's some people here lately that take anything political and flip it upside down. And because we talk about it, then we're either against. And then if we say something
We
good,
are
then they'll
neither
say that
nor
we're nope,
pro Trump nor Biden.
can't vote and won't vote. Boom. So it's just fun to say some stuff. That's all.
Well, it's not that. And actually, we're not even talking about any political party. We're talking about Elon Musk.
He's not cheese boy.
I mean, obviously, he's pro current government, but what I'm saying is he's technically not a government official.
I just don't get. I don't get any of it. I just don't get any of it. Half the people on his cabinet aren't even technically qualified to be.
That I get, but
And
Elon
it's scary
is
for me.
what and everybody says Vice President Elon. What we're saying is
Not that the other side's any good,
point
but
being is Elon Musk seems to have more pull than the president, so it's kind of
I
fishy.
care about the individual people. Them screwing with Canada pisses me off. Them messing with the veterans and those things and letting people go and all the up and coming stuff is what pisses me off. I don't care who they are. I don't care if it's Kanye West in there. He would be public enemy number one, and he's it's just buckle up, buttercups.
Right?
You all will be working for a weekend at the Elon Musk car plant because there's no way. There's just no way. Next thing you know, you guys are gonna be all wrapped up into communism, and you guys all be making cyber trucks. And next thing you know, you're gonna be like, Heidi said that's what was gonna happen. You're all gonna be working in Kentucky.
In a perfect world, there's nothing wrong with communism. In fact, it's a perfect society.
Well, I said that too, but oh, we better be quiet because Lucille Ball opened her mouth back in the whatever and got in trouble for the simplest
And
things.
just to clarify, just real quick again, when I say communism, just so you guys know, there's a lot of different communism. Marxism
Correct.
is one of them. So
We're talking about, well, I asked George, we got into a discussion that there should be set wages, there should be set rules, there should be like uniform should have happened a long time ago in school. That's the type of stuff that we've discussed.
structure.
More structure is what I'm
Structure.
about. Yes.
Yeah.
It'd be nice even if they would
Because remember, communism
and it causes a
comes in different forms. You
Mhm.
know, your kumbaya hippies.
Yeah.
That's communism.
yes. That's what I asked them. Remember we talked about setting up the Black Hawk Fort.
Yeah. So
We're
again,
gonna open up a we're gonna open up a bunch of trailer parks here. And
yeah. Now we're not commies, but anyway, you guys get the picture.
well, that's what's starting to happen right now in the US. Give it a little bit of time.
No. There's democracy, there's communism, and then there's dictatorship.
Oh,
No.
so this falls into
We
the-
are not in the democratic spectrum. We're not in the communistic spectrum. We are currently leaning, keyword
waving.
leaning towards the dictatorship.
Okay.
But
We
anyway,
Yeah, I don't want to. The last two lives we got too political, but there is a lot going on. It's hard not to
Well, that's not
mention
political.
it.
That's just
I don't want to.
okay.
But
Yeah.
because
Hey, Michael J. Again, thank you so much for your support. Hector Guba
people would
says,
people would much rather know where that video came from the other day. We can play it.
well, Harry Usi is always more interesting than Elon Musk. Anyway, Hector Gubat, unfortunately, Hector Gubat brings Elon back. Elon's Dawn Stream claims that they will replace Social Security's COBOL system. They still use COBOL.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah.
And do a total rewrite in 2 months
Yes.
using AI generated codes. The disaster rating happened. Expect.
Okay, so this could be with Social Security is what we're supposed to be talking about. I told you guys that in the beginning. Did I cut you off?
No.
So it will cause a disturbance in the checks. I really
Yeah,
think people need
I
to
hate to
have
say this.
savings.
I mean, again, I'm saying
It'll
this.
probably stop checks for a few
I'd
months.
hate to say this, but I kind of agree. It needs to be switched over.
But I doubt they do
COBOL
it.
is a long dead system.
Like our love life,
So what I'm saying is,
like our bank account, like your second child. So-
wow. Anyway, so what I'm saying is,
I'm trying to.
it needs to be updated. I'd hate to agree, but it does need to be updated.
Like your first girlfriend,
Yeah.
like your
And
first school teacher.
remember, this is with anything. You know, it's kind of like everybody hates to switch over to the new Windows system, but I hate to say this, I'm not a Windows fan. I mean, I'm really not. But I hate to say this, but the new Windows system is way better than the old one. So what I'm saying is,
I'm waiting for my eye implant.
will it be, will it hurt? Again, will there be like you said, expect turmoil and screw ups? I hate to say this, there will be bugs, but I hate to say it, it is
Speaking
a
of-
necessary evil, unfortunately.
Speaking of bugs, are we sure they're all gone? And by
No,
the
of
way,
course not.
when you look at your yellow microphone in front of you, the mic cover,
Yeah,
your mic,
I know
what-
you're talking about.
what do you see? How do you feel about that yellow?
I don't know. I know it's yellow, but I think of marshmallows.
That's all you think about when you see that?
Yeah, pretty much.
Think again and look at the yellow microphone and think harder. This is your therapy day. When you all look at the mic cover, what do you see? When you see the yellow, what does it look like? I'm not talking about the shape of it, the color. Does it make you feel calm? Does it remind you of anything?
Actually, I believe yellow is supposed to inspire anxiety.
It's a calming yellow.
Mm,
It's calming.
okay.
Calming.
Okay.
It's the color of corn. That's calming.
Oh, it is.
It's yellow like a school bus. You think they do that just to drive the kids up the wall
It's
before
not
they
yellow
get?
like a school bus. School bus
It's still yellow. Evidently, you haven't seen faded paint in Florida. It does turn this color yellow.
Actually, I do. I was a paint manager. I know what school bus yellow is.
You didn't get much out of that side. You ever been to Ohio? That is the color of the buses. Evidently, you haven't seen what salt does to school buses. Rock salt after winter.
Oh, okay.
So, anyways,
Hey, our filming journey. Good morning, all. Citric, good morning.
good morning. Good morning.
Sartaz says $29 for corned beef. Huh?
Yeah, okay,
Corned beef
so-
on rye in New York, server on Long Island.
That is insane. The dude paid a total of $45 before he even left the shop and $5 for an hour parking. Sarah. Hi, Sarah.
What the heck? Although seemingly impossible says, "Hey George and Heidi, enjoy your shows." Tony Mang, are you the one who came to my house with the crawl space crew? Wow, that's hilarious. Only because it's came out of left field. Peter for life says Ruben sandwich on rye, 1650. Hey Scott, how you doing?
Like when we're on vacation, we went to New York several months before we left. We had to get passports, and we were lucky to make a far off appointment to even get your passport, but they wouldn't deal with our marriage stuff there. They were only willing to do your passport, remember? And then So when you're on vacation, it's one thing here and there to, we spent we went to had that bacon at that Jersey shop and we spent X amount for breakfast. That's something we wouldn't do on a normal basis. But to see that in town all the time, that would be crazy.
Yeah. 20 minutes says you got your YouTube feelings. Oh yeah, Scott says George goes out twice a day to make the donuts. Time to make the donuts. I think about that guy all the time.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I think that's a reference to the other guy. That you got your YouTube feelings hurt was, I think, at the other guy.
Michael G says I hear 7K every 2 weeks at call centers.
It depends on the call center, and we hear on average it's 8 to 1,000 with some experience, but that would be, yeah. But when you've seen multiple vloggers and when we talk to multiple Filipinos, like when they're doing these interviews, a Filipino's average ideal is 30 to 60,000 pesos a month. So that would be under 1,000 US. That would be to raise family, kids, schooling, and that's kind of scary for me. I don't want to do it with the cats and having George around with his bad habits.
Right. Ferdinand says hello. My hellos disappear. Hello, old short version. Our Philippine journey says I'm poor broke expat. I'm proud. Guys, don't believe him. He lives in his ivory tower, as according to the British expat.
No,
hey,
he's
Mike,
a good guy.
Yeah.
Cover a lot. You really do, including your mother, which I think I highly respect you for taking care of your mom. That's very commendable.
Yes, very commendable, Mike. Angela says cats gone wild. Like a spot says, like buying to come home and start over. Oh, is it advisable to? But well,
I think so. Unless you think that other situation's going to happen. I just seen a video, and I'm just going to mention it, so don't freak out. Smart Girls Philippine came up in our feed, which means somebody's watching them. They came up in our feed. We're not subscribed, and they said they actually brought up the whatever they feel is up and coming with Duterte, and
okay. Now I was gonna mention that real quick.
Yeah, because she mentioned it, and she goes, I'm not saying that it will. It's just been a discussion, and what it is she's been reading the news and wanted to cover it. That's probably why people have been asking us.
Well,
what do we feel, and if it will, I don't think it'll affect anybody. Not really.
I can't predict the future, but odds are Duterte probably won't be president again. But what I'm saying is of the Philippines.
Oh, Duterte or
Duterte?
Bong?
Duterte.
Well, we know he's not. One, he's up there in age.
Well, that's irrelevant. What are you talking about? He can be. I mean, he's not as old as Biden.
He can keep running no matter how many times. I thought they can only do so many terms. He's been
but there's ways.
Well, yeah.
As you guys are starting to find out now, right? But anyway,
okay.
What I'm getting at is
my answer is yes, in my opinion. But.
Well, that's what I was getting at again. First off, again, I don't think Duterte will ever get back into power. Him or his offspring, which they screwed that up. They screwed the pooch on that one. Because Sarah is. Well, what I'm saying is
there going to be martial law?
I'm trying to answer a question that like a spot's asking. Is it advisable for a Biden to come home and start over? That depends on you. And what I was getting at is, if you're pro-American, okay, the current government in power is pro-American. If you're pro-Chinese,
what?
The old government, which is Duterte, is pro-Chinese.
America's pro-Chinese.
What? Anyway, extract that out. I didn't say that. But again, what I'm getting at is,
they got so many Dollar Tree stores.
Again, what I'm getting at is,
what do you think Walmart?
If you're pro-American, like a spot, I mean, I'm not judging you because I really honestly don't know you personally. But if you're pro-American, obviously the Philippine government is in the right spot, if that makes any sense.
Yesterday, all my troubles.
I mean, again, we don't know. I mean, like, spot could be Chinese for all we know.
I don't care. I like Chinese.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That's why I'm trying to be neutral here. I mean,
Well, I see it, but the whole point is, I was saying earlier that the Philippines is going to be.
what
Hey,
the heck?
he's here to drop
They
off my
they
pizza.
shut it off all of a sudden.
Yeah,
Anyway,
it's because they're close to the what's his face's house.
yeah. Can I have champagne and
But
caviar? Okay, expect Mike. There you go.
no, it's I was saying that the Philippines is the safest, and when all these tariffs and all this stuff goes off, or whatever happens in America in the next 5 years, AI is just going to cause issues. It's going to be good. It's going to no.
No, where's my phone? I was gonna show you who your Patriot for Life is talking about. Patriot for
Are you
Life says, "Love Mahal laugh tracks. They're still paying.
Babe,
They're calling for you.
I get
Yeah.
that.
Love Mahal laugh tracks. They are still playing famous on Eat Bulaga. Mahal. That's what I was gonna show you.
Yeah, tell him just 1 minute. It's the
Oh,
medicine.
man.
It should be up there. Yeah, you're gonna have to move them. Open up, and so he'll know it's.
Which one? This one?
I think so.
This
Yes.
one? There.
We'll count it. It should be eight there.
Sorry, guys. Para.
How much?
1,135.
Ask him. Okay, up there. That's not it. There's two amounts. One minute, guys. There's another one that should have that amount in there. That's kind of odd.
There.
One of them do. Then just grab it from there. You can grab it.
That's obviously not.
Well, just grab it. There's one of them.
Oh, wait. Oh, I guess that is it.
Huh. Gee whiz. I specifically set the money up there. We're expecting 2 items to be delivered. One would be the medicine, and I forgot what the other one is already. Oh, it's probably the pet food. When they sell the pet food, if you go to the grocery stores like SM and those, it's going to be astronomically expensive. Then you get the shops where it's just open up wide, like they sell the rice, and sometimes it's dried out. Sometimes I worry about roaches, bugs, and other things. They do spray. Sometimes I worry about that being in there. So we tend to get the bags online. That's probably the pet food. But I set the money up there just for the lives if this happens. And he's looking at a pile of money, and it's like, okay, just grab it, dude. Is it the? Yeah, it's the pet foods. Is it heavy?
A little bit.
Well, what you got in there?
My phone and the support.
Your phone.
I was going to show you the Mojave.
Okay. They are still famous on Eat Beluga. Well, we watch that sometimes. It's been a while.
Yeah, Mojave is there.
Yes, that is true. Yeah, you've got that right. It is. But I've been around the world, and I'll find that this is one of the top 5 countries that I feel that it is here. So it's just so evident sometimes that it's here. But I would agree. We tend to say that about everything. And in general, from the beginning of this channel, we've said that everything we're discussing tends to happen everywhere in the world. We just don't repeat it all the time. But agreed. Tambais usually hang out at sorry stores. Don't get caught with your Filipina wanting a sorry store for a business. Oh, okay. Yeah, I know who that is.
Yeah, that's Mojave.
Okay, yeah. No, it is true.
Right.
Yeah, I know.
Lou says, thanks for my thumb by because Google Translate could not help me. I once attended a squatter wedding and I keep hearing the word tambais come to eat. There you go. Yeah. Oh, hi, Laura. Yeah.
Hi, Laura. Hi, sweetie.
Um,
I wanted to tell you, and I'm just going to put it out there. And this is for everybody. We've been living here for a few years, and one thing you don't want to do is give money at your house. Okay?
Oh, never give anything out at your house.
We do the kids. We give treats. We've been known, and we haven't even seen the kids in a while. We used to get a lot of kids. Oh no! Oh God, they haven't been
literally
here.
clung onto my car a couple days ago.
Okay, well, we knock on wood because They approached us a few weeks ago, the kids, and they were nasty. They demanded money and treats, and then I was like, "Oh hell no, you ain't doing that."
Hurt.
They'll
Don't
bully
do
you over that,
that.
right?
Don't do that.
So
You're
there,
gonna get hurt.
some of the kids and adults will bully you for money. I'm not even kidding on that. I've seen a whole thing on the expat
I
forum.
wouldn't call that bullying as far as the kids are concerned, but they don't know what they're doing.
Okay, give me money.
And I know that, but they don't know what they're doing. That's why
All
they're
right,
kids.
so pretty aggressive. So, anyways, somebody come looking for you yesterday, and it was a guy that had a partial trike, one that I didn't even recognize. That was going around the neighborhood, and he was telling me a whole story how his daughter's in the hospital, and he was asking for you by name. Never seen the guy before. It's probably the guy you gave rice to a few times up the street. I don't know who it was, but yeah. And so I said, yeah, he'll be back later. No, I actually told him, I said, I can't and won't. So he was approaching the door, and I wasn't just going to hand somebody random money. It happens so often. And so it's bad enough if I'm walking up on different streets or in different areas, you'll get where people will do that. But just handing out money, so many times people will take a piece of paper and say they're collecting for this or that. Most of the time, the paper's worn out, no signatures. And I just can't see doing it. If you keep doing that, you will go broke in this country. There is no doubt you will go broke. And so I told him, I said, I cannot do that. And so he asked for you. And then after I said you weren't here, he turned around and says, he goes, well, my daughter's in the hospital. I need money. And I'm like, I was like, sorry. I said, I will not give money. And then I walked away. But here's the thing. He only approached after we got the delivery for the cat box. And then when he seen items being handed up, that's when he approached and then asked for the money. And it's like, that's just where it was. But
Interesting.
yeah.
Laura says, hi, Heidi, George, and people watching on my TV. Got to charge my phone. Doesn't know, just runs into the room and like a wrestler into the ring. There you go. Patriot for life is without a country. My OJ says, let's not bash Elon now. 20-minute movie says, I am Canadian. Elon and Trump are awesome. I wish we had versions of them.
Some good, some bad.
Heidi drank the liberal Kool-Aid. No. Again, it has nothing to do with
them.
Political party.
No, and that's what people keep throwing on people. They're all left, they're all right, they're all good, they're all bad, just bad actions, and it doesn't
Chosen
matter.
Says America loves
I don't
Canada.
like.
We need that now. You're Canadian.
I mean, like, what was the point of picking
even
on Canada?
well,
Period.
That's what I was getting at. Yeah, again, like even if you're Canadian, it's just the way that was things done, aka, Canada is part of America anyway, it's just not the way things are done. It's kind of like talking to somebody who's not your girlfriend. Oh, she's my wife
Doesn't take
anyway.
Yeah, it just doesn't take a. I mean,
Even if, what I'm saying is, let's say you're attracted to the guy and you're at good distance, in relations, and then all of a sudden he starts calling you his wife. Even you would be taken aback. Point being is, that's just not how things are done.
even if here's the thing, never once in my life did I ever get political, and never once in my life did I ever look and say that person's a feminist, that person is right wing, left wing, way out there, too loose, too this. Never once. But now that I see the craziest things, like talking about Canada, the tariffs, and some of these weird things that's going on, it's just like I just don't know what to think.
Well, that's
anymore.
another
That doesn't
thing.
make he does some
That,
good
that's
and some
another
bad.
thing that doesn't make sense.
Nobody's
to me.
ever going to make all the right moves for one person. But I do feel the country is splitting down the middle.
Well,
and there's a lot going on.
What I'm saying is,
who messes with veteran stuff?
Well, that's different now.
Yeah, there's a lot. There's
You
a
switch
lot
from
that doesn't
Canada
make
to
me.
veterans. But what I'm saying is, for example, the Canada stuff. Again, it's if you're trying to win over Canada, putting stiff tariffs against a country that you want to assimilate doesn't make sense. Oh, well, we're going to tax the heck out of you. But guess what? We do want your country. It's like, wait, what? What? So first you stiff us with tariffs, and then now you want our country? You want our sovereignty? No, that's not how it works. there's a lot of pro, you know. But anyway, um, America loves Canada. Tony Manning, we're so
Well,
much.
that's good.
Well,
That's good for
okay.
you
Well,
on being fine with Trump and Elon. People can be whatever they want to be.
well, in all fairness, again, in both, well, not both, just Trump. On this one, on the Canada thing. I mean, the honestly, again, this really happened in real life. I actually saw this with my own two eyes. At one point in time, I was standing in line. I forgot where it was. I'm not sure if it's Chick-fil-A or a gas station.
It just started to
But
piss me off.
there was a Canadian who
I
was
mean,
trying to pay with Canadian dollars, and then the lady nicely says, "I'm sorry, ma'am, we don't take that currency. It's the wrong country." And then the lady lost her crap. Literally, she just blew her mind. She's Canadian, and she was giving Canadian dollars, and she's like, "Since when have we been a different country?" I'm not making this up. I'm not making this up. This actually happened while I was there in America. But anyway, um, Be Free says Elon's just doing what our congressmen and senators should be doing. Ruby says America to reboot. Laura says
that's just
Bumblebee.
it. You guys can have your opinion, and I'm going to have mine. I'm see. Here's the thing. There used to be a line when people were way out there, and now the line has officially been drawn. When I look at things and I now see all this, and then people are okay with veterans being messed with and Social Security being messed with and all these other things that are going on, it's just insanity going on right now. Then there's problems. There's problems. I get the people that were fighting over Kamala versus Trump and that he's doing good and bad, but it's just like everything is being swept under the table, bought, paid for, and nobody really exists. It's crazy. It's crazy. There's no way I would go back to that country. No way. No way. You guys are messing with the wrong people. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It honestly, it would have happened probably even. It would have happened even probably with the other political party. There'd have been a bunch of stuff done, but the corruption's been going on for years in America. It just didn't. It just did not start with the last president. The last president was a horrible president. That much I will say. That's just. I mean, but what's going on right now is not right either. So, but I must say, you guys are there. Good luck in paying that, and I hope your money lasts. Good luck, guys. Good luck.
Michael J says George makes the donuts and Heidi makes the bacon.
Bacon.
Ruby says, would Americans have 3 months of emergency fund to live off in case of Social Security reboot? I'm gonna be honest with you,
Probably
Ruby.
not.
The answer
Most
is
not.
no.
Yeah.
Some Americans, how would we know? Like Expat
Probably not.
says, I appreciate the insight. You know how it is, like in both worlds. Ooh, juicy. Chosen One says, most older Americans have all the money. It's the younger ones I'm worried about.
I would say most of them on Social Security and pensions do not have it. A lot of the reason the guys are here with one or two of their checks is they can live way, way better. If they were back in the U.S., they'd be broke all the time. That is the truth.
Right. Hacker Gubet says COBOL is unstructured and results in spaghetti code. Rewriting such a complex system will take years, not months. Lots of taxpayers' money will be spent for a rewrite. I agree with you. However, unfortunately, it is a necessary evil.
Yeah, just like the debt needs to be cleared up and the tariffs do need to be laid, but on every single country and making enemies with Canada.
Well, that's okay. Now, that has nothing to do with reprogramming again the Social Security, but Heidi makes a point. The fact that Heidi brought that up, it the fact is they're doing too much too soon at the same time. You
Without
don't
taking-
do all of this
without a
all
plan.
at once, first off, because you need your concentration of resources to fix one thing than the other. Not all of you can't, when you divide and conquer, you don't divide your own forces and conquer. That's how you lose. You get it? So again, it's not what they're
And-
doing
And yes,
It's how they're doing it.
and correct. I would agree 100% that setting cars on fire and attacking his company is out of control. That I will agree. That's just craziness. You ain't going to get me. Those are the people. But here's the thing, I'm not going to call them all leftist or problems or extremists. This is a person that had a nervous breakdown with a mental issue as an individual. Okay. I don't, all these people that are going off, it's unnecessary. It can be handled in different ways. It is absolutely crazy. So, why do the Filipinos like the chipmunk laugh tracks? It happens. And yeah, do you know many senior citizens are living? Yeah, there's quite a bit of 'em, almost all of them. Everybody, how many is it that's on Social Security? Last
I was just moving the mouse.
the people on Social Security, we have to get rid of this mouse because it happens. What it is, there's a button on the side of the mouse, and if you click it, it closes out the live stream.
You barely even click it. I
Well,
was
it's
moving the
happening.
mouse.
It's happening several times a month. We're gonna have to get a new mouse.
Yeah, because look.
No, I get it.
See?
You don't have to
right
tell me.
there,
I've done it myself.
and
I've
guess
done
what?
it twice.
If you're gonna move the mouse, the freaking button is right where the mouse. It's right where you move it. It doesn't make sense. But
Okay,
anyway.
I'm actually.
All right. What are you talking about?
I'm.
Hey, Victoria, how you doing? Big Day says about 30 million chosen one.
Yeah, it's 30 or 35 million, but they're all. And I'm telling you what, the guys that are getting veterans checks and these other checks, it's several thousand. It's still not enough to live on in the U.S. Now, by the time they pay for their medication and living there, it's gone. So it's crazy. This is a political party and a different time and era than anybody's ever seen. It's just insane. So
Yeah, Victoria says we hit the like button, thumbs up. There you go. Thank you, Victoria. Always.
Thank you.
Yeah. Hairwall says George, you're forgetting Canada has been charging stiff tariffs along up to 270 on some goods. I didn't know it was that high.
Yeah, I did not hear that.
They have. No, I honestly don't know that they hit us that high.
No, we're aware. Okay.
I mean, I thought it was like a 30%. I didn't know it was like freaking 270%.
Well, we'll see when you guys that are saying this, not you in general, Harry, but for the people that are saying that and go get them and this and that by Christmas when you guys are paying out the tail on everything. And you're like, oh, it won't affect me. We'll see in 6 years when you guys need a new car. So we shall see.
Yeah, Michael Taylor says Social Security is not going anywhere.
No, it's not.
It shouldn't, and that's keyword shouldn't. The reason being, again,
but there could be
that
delays.
program's actually independent. It's actually very solid. There's no reason to mess with it. Again, they get the program needs to be updated, but that's a different story altogether. Again, they shouldn't be messing with it in the first place, other than cleaning out the illegals on it per se. It's kind of like the same thing. For those of you again wondering about the postal thing, even though the postal, I've known this for years. For years, this is decades long. The postal system in the U.S. is government funded. However, it is autonomous. It does not actually get government funds. It's autonomous. It runs on its own two legs. So getting rid of the postal system doesn't save the taxpayers money, because it's the stamps that pay for the postal service. So that doesn't even make any sense to me. But anyway, Dan Finn says Trump is tariffing Canada to make them stop the illegal aliens and people smuggling. Canada doesn't even admit the problem, but it is a problem.
Yeah, it's been happening at the border of Mexico too.
If Canada doesn't cooperate, making a 51st state solution. Just please think, people, with Social Security and veterans, they will get more money, not less. Trump,
we shall see,
has only been there since January 20. Give him a chance.
We definitely shall see.
The last president wasn't running the country, so everything that was already corrupt increased a
Yes.
hundredfold.
Yeah, there was a lot going on. Agree. But in general, it's been going on forever. And yes, time will tell. Most definitely. Most definitely.
McLovin says, no problem with Canada becoming a state as long as we don't have to take the French Canadian.
Hey, Disney.
uh,
New York is in the house.
hello, everyone. How you doing? Hector Guba says, I'm not disagreeing with you on replacing old systems. These people are shooting from the hip and doing things by trial and error. A bunch of geniuses they are. Well, that's what I mean. Again, it's not the way things are done. You just don't.
And that's what makes
Yeah.
people like me that's old fashioned and from the 70s. And I know you guys are too, back from an old era. It's just a lot of change. And it makes a lot of people nervous, no matter what political side. So, but we shall see.
20-minute movie says, how has it been doing traditionally? Worked out for the last decade. Desperate times these desperate measures. So later, a country should only be worried about his country. And well, yeah, no, I agree with that. Again, although that has nothing to do with what's going on right now. I get it that he cut off foreign aid, which I've always wondered that again, America should stop that a long time ago. That I agree, but that has nothing to do with what he's doing now. Mike Miller says bureaucratic corruption has always existed, no matter who is in power. Correct. It doesn't matter who's in power. There's always some form of corruption going in the background.
That is true.
Whether or not the leaders in power are aware of it. Hector Gubat says current tariffs are all according to the USMCA government and certain president signed. He's now breaking that agreement and pissing off majority of Canadians.
I think it's according to other countries, he's pissing off a lot of countries. And I get that the countries needed to be shook up for sure.
Well,
but I think
there's things that were agreed upon and signed upon. Yes, I agree. And those are not being honored. And yes, I'm aware of that. And also, again, that's why I said it. Things are not being done the way they should.
Your drink over
They
there.
should be. Oh yeah, Philippine President says butter garlic is good with crabs. There you go. Yes, yes. Michael J. Prices in the USA are actually falling, and yes, 265% tariff from Canada on farmers from the US. Yeah, that's insane. I honestly didn't know it was that insane. Victoria says oi. It says like Aussies say oi. Oi,
gotcha.
Ruby, you know what I mean? Oi, mate. Oi, mate. Yeah. Oi. Yeah, sorry. Sorry, Victoria.
Yeah, you thought it was French for we.
Yeah,
Yes.
because we were talking about French Canadians.
Yeah,
but
yes.
anyway. Harry Wall. So the Social Security fund is being depleted by 70 billion and each year to the point that
Yeah, I'm wondering how they're going to
21%
increase the checks.
decrease in benefits for everyone, current and future.
They would have to rewrite before that would happen. So hey, I'm all for that too.
Harry Wall says what needs to be done is remove the FICA cap and increase the trust fund, which makes sense to me. I mean, adjust for inflation makes sense to me. Big Day says Michael J. What prices are down. McLevin says I wish the U.S. government would take a page from the Philippines and not let foreigners buy property. Yes, I agree with that. Now, why did McLevin say this? For those of you who are not aware, okay, in the Philippines, only citizens are allowed to buy property. In the U.S., you don't have to be citizen; you can buy property. Yeah. Why is this a bad thing? This is technically how you can be invaded by a country without even knowing it.
Didn't they say a lot of Chinese?
Correct.
There, a ton of land.
Yeah, China has actually bought several properties in the U.S. through shadow companies, meaning that these are actually owned by the Chinese government. So what I'm saying is, it's technically a legal way for a country to invade your country without even knowing it. Anyway. Oh, hey, Chosen One, thank you. Appreciate it so much.
Thank you,
appreciate your support, Chosen One. Appreciate you, man. Be Free says the tariffs with Canada are separate. That the NAFTA check into it. Yeah. Ruby says, yeah, Victoria, the Aussie cheer. Oi. I mean, yeah, oi. Oi. Um, thumbs up. Chosen one
Thank
says,
you.
America loves Australia. We need that too. That's the 52nd state, yo. Australia is the 52nd state. And then England is the 53rd state.
Yeah, but that's what I'm still trying to figure out. Is Canada not part of the UK along with Australia?
Correct.
Isn't that also how are
It
they going to
is a
take
British
over?
Commonwealth. In fact, their money has the
How?
Queen Elizabeth on it.
NAFTA is obsolete. A new agreement took place.
Michael J says the USA has been in the most corrupt country on earth, yet it's hidden mainstream propagandas like ABC's.
Well, here's the thing. Like I said, until recently, it's been, where people only watch certain television stations for their news. Like when we grew up, there was only three, and I loved Fox, man. I used to watch like all the
And I
shows
love
and stuff.
Heidi.
Dude, you just no, you was late with the Jolly Bees, trying to get rid of your lice, and
I'm
then
trying to
picked up
share my
crabs just to
crabs
get rid
here
of your
for you
lice.
because that's love.
No,
I
it's
want to share
not.
my crabs.
Go rub them on the cat.
But,
Get one of the cats.
is there garlic and butter?
Oh, look, babe. Look at baby girl.
Is she struggling there?
Yes, she is. Oh, babe, she's tired. She can't get her. She's half asleep. She's trying to find her mother. The poor baby kitten, she's our smallest one. She's just hanging on the side, trying to get up on to lay with her mother up there and sleep over there. She got stuck on the
She
side.
was stuck. She was just hanging on the side of the bed.
She didn't have the strength. Oh,
Yeah.
Well, she's got the strength now to
Yeah.
play, but no,
Angela
I
says
mean,
Canada's
what I
not for
was starting
sale.
to say is there were only so many broadcast systems in the beginning, and now there's so much media out there, which even makes me nervous. Really, honestly, I don't trust either side, anybody, until it actually happens. But here lately, with hearing about Social Security and the veterans, which affects our families, other families that we know, and all the changes, we can only pray that there's good coming. But just even though the administration said there's going to be bad along with the good, there's going to be bumps, and we have to ride that out. Let's just hope it all comes together, as long as somebody's getting it done. So
I go, Jay, Heidi for
Reboot.
Queen of America. There you go. Yes, there it is.
I know, I'll pass. I'm just about the people, man. It's just, I don't care who's doing it. Last president sucked out the fucking ass. Sorry, he
Right.
did. And there's been so much going on for the last 30 years. It's been unreal, but we shall see.
Yeah,
And I'll admit that there's a lot going on.
Yeah.
So there's a lot to love, and then about what's going on and the presidency and all that. To me, it's about each action that he's taking. Did you see Kid Rock in the White House today? That was cool.
Oh, that's cool.
No, Kid Rock was in there.
He's still alive?
Yes, of course he is. I've seen Kid Rock in concert. He actually came in this suit. It was really cool and everything. They're dealing with the tickets and how they like blocks. They buy up the blocks and they resell them for 2, 3 times, 4 times as much. And they're going to control that and put a regulation. And we'll see. I see that it's in place, but will it actually work?
Yeah.
So that's good that they're going to, because everybody, there's no reason. I forgot what country singer that makes sure that everybody gets in at one low price just to avoid that stuff. But that means they're losing a lot of money and stuff. But that does suck. Oh, look, babe.
Yeah.
The cat food's
Right.
in there.
Just real quick, I'm just gonna touch base on this. From like Michael J says propagandist channels like ABC, NBC, CBS, CNN, MSC, yada yada yada.
That's true.
Now, whether you believe this or not, okay. What I'm saying is there are a long time ago. I mean, and again, I'm not gonna mention who these channels
Right.
are. I
Right.
told Heidi, just so you know, consider your sources. I said, Heidi, you do know that most of these channels are bought and paid for by these officials. Now, whether or not you believe that or not, okay, let's forget let's forget what I just said, or well, let's forget what Michael J said. Be aware that certain news sources do have biases. They have biases. Doesn't matter whether they're paid or not, whether it's the internet or not, whether it's MSN, NBC, CNN, Fox, whatever. They all have their bias.
That is nice,
So what I'm saying is,
Ruby.
consider your sources. Pay attention who they're biased on. Um, some will go again. What I'm not really taking sides here. Some are pro-Trump, so are anti-Trump, whether or not it's these sources or not.
I've been watching for the last few weeks, and if I had to guess, it seems all of them are against Trump except for Fox, which
Well,
they're covering. But I've seen people on both stations that have actually talked good and bad, but for the most part. But
right.
anyway, so all we can do is pray for the individuals and things to happen and everything. It's
Yeah.
just hopefully it's
Same thing with Tesla. There are pro Elon, anti pro Tesla, and there's anti Elon, anti Tesla. Again, not taking sides here, but
Good morning,
Yeah.
Pee Wee Barnes is in the house. Good morning.
P. Barnes says, "Good morning, Heidi and George. I'd rather get my news here than the mainstream media." Oh, thank you so much, P. Chosen One says, "In Australia, you can't count your Social Security overseas. You have to be in country." So lame.
Oh, you can't get any at all on Australian? I don't know anything about the Australian
You
one.
probably can't stay.
Honestly, guys, be careful because
It's kind of like you have to keep flying
couldn't they
back.
possibly change that on our Social Security? Anything's possible
Well,
at this
remember,
point.
Australia is British.
That's right. You can't leave more than so long when you're
Correct.
Great Britain. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think it's 60 days at a time.
Yeah. Well, they're not British, but they're British influence. Okay.
Yeah.
And just to clarify, what I'm saying is they usually copy their motherland. So
Ruby said that's not true. I know in Great Britain you can't be if you're collecting certain ones, you can't be out versus so long. It's over 60 days. So we checked into that when that British guy went back. He lost his money because he was outside the country. So, but I don't know how Australia is.
McLevin says, I have to be in the same in the US. Review. I don't pay for a dime for medical, part of my union contract. Oh,
Yeah,
great to hear
saying
that,
that's
McLevin.
yeah, it's nice.
Ruby says, as long as free press is still allowed in the country, not ruled by dictatorship.
Yep.
Okay, I'm not gonna.
I know it gets pretty
They're
dramatic.
playing. They're drama kitties. They're just playing around.
No, they're
Literally.
biting
They are
each,
so
they're
cute.
challenging each
I
other
mean-
these days. They've been the best set of kittens that we've had so far. They get along really well. All right, guys, we're gonna wrap this up because our Jolly Bees is getting cold, and we're going to I don't know. Why are you looking at me like that? Get rid of the rest of George's crabs.
Yeah, I went out yesterday and I asked Heidi if she wanted some dried up blood on a stick.
Oh my god.
I'm not even making that up. So anyway, so there's dried up chunks of blood that they sell on a stick and they barbecue these. Now there's two different versions of these. One is dipped in breaded batter and deep fried. Okay,
Okay, so
that's called a Betamax. If it's not breaded and deep fried in batter, it's just dried blood deep fried. Then it's called a Toblerone.
yeah, we have to pay
Yeah.
him before he leaves, so we have to wrap this up. So
Okay.
So, guys, if you haven't subscribed, make sure you subscribe. And we're going to go on with our Tuesday.
Yeah. Say goodbye, guys. Thank you again for everybody. Angela says bye. Reboot at 44 says good day.
Here, I'll
Yeah.
wrap
Thank you
it
so
up
much,
for you.
guys. Night all. Bye,
Um,
guys.
Okay, he's going to go pay the trash guy. Actually, he's been doing really well, so thank him and everything because he's been coming several times a week. So there is the, hey, George, was it 2 or 3? It was, that's how much it is every month?
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh wait, no.
I think it's 2.
Oh well then.
I was giving the extra. You better double check how much. Well, why doesn't he?
But it's
Okay, I just want to make sure. Yeah, because, yeah. Okay, so then, yeah. So the other part is the tip. But yeah, they've been doing really good. But thank you guys. We've had a lot of disturbances today. And thank you for the guys. Our Philippine journey. Scott was in the house. Our moderators. The better looking one, of course, is Ted. And thank you, Michael, for the sticker money. Pablicino was in the house. Guys, consider membership. Jose Rodriguez was in the house. Sarah was in the house. Of course, we said Ted was in the house. Lackaspod was in the house. So thank you guys for joining us. Laura, of course, was in the house. White Samurai, of course, Tony. Hector was in the house. Chosen One. Thank you guys so much on that. Let's see, who else did we forget in there? And of course, Michael J. Thank you so much, guys. And we will see you on Thursday, or you will see me on Thursday. And so we'll see what we can find out. All right, guys. See you guys later.